Cat at Cattails TV. I'm at the beach. Check it. People are surfing, taking pictures, exercising, breathing the fresh air. Now, I just want to remind you guys, the ones that were happy everything went down the way it did in that courthouse. Here's my problem. If someone's going to be in jail for 22 years, I want to know they deserve 22 years, and it's clear in evidence, okay? Now, oh my God, this guy's surfing and he's doing a great job. I wish you guys could see it. He just wiped out. Anyway, long story short. Hey, lifeguard. I make jokes because life can be painful. Most comedians do that, by the way. But let me get back to the point. I thought the evidence was, I want to say inconclusive, but it stunk, okay? Because the jury got instructions. Sorry, my eyes here when it's cold. The jury's got instructions that if anybody's testimony changes, you have to throw it out. And all I'm saying is it was very confusing sitting in the courthouse listening to people change their story, okay? And you have to understand, I was a victim of a violent crime. So I look at evidence is extremely important. My story never changed. The funny thing was, the people that robbed me, their story changed a lot. They had the media power, I did not. And I also, while I can remember this, say something that the defense didn't get. Who really had the power in 2020? Was it Tory or was it Megan? And also, I want you guys to start thinking about, I'm not saying he didn't do it, because I don't know. Nobody's telling the truth, and Tory didn't take the stand. And Kelsey did a weird flip-flop on the stand, which I don't understand at all. And they don't have the gun, and there's a bunch of people's DNA on it, but not Tory's. Now, why is it important when a person changes their story? Because you can't trust what they say. And also, I want to say, Megan Peet can't have it both ways. One, she wants to say that she was trying to save a black man, and she didn't know what they were going to do to him. But then she flips and says it was glass, and then it was gunshots. But I want to say to you guys, have you ever looked at gunshots to a foot? I want you to Google gunshots to a foot and then look at the pictures that Megan Peet put up. I just want to ask you, does those match? Does that make sense to you? Okay? The other thing that's really, really underestimated is motive. Okay? Do you guys know that Megan and Kelsey went to college together? They've known each other for a very long time, that Kelsey left her job because Megan asked her to, because Kelsey's a Taurus and she's really organized and she's very meticulous and on time and dependable. And she left her job to work with her friend Meg, who has, I don't want to say no morals, but she just doesn't see things the way some people do. She's a kind of a free spirit. I think she's an Aquarius. So whatever she wants to do, she does it, and fuck the consequences. And Tory's a Leo. I dated a Leo. They think they know everything, and they don't. They're very proud, very charismatic, good lovers, but not the brightest stars in the brain capacity. No offense, Tory, but what I'm trying to say is this. You had a mix of incredible personalities and horrible timing. But also, it's very convenient for Rock Nation for Tory to be kicked out of the way. Because Megan Peet, Megan the Stallion, is about to go to the next level when it comes to fame. Not only she's the #1 downloaded female artist, I think, of all time, and now she's on the Forbes top 30, under 30, but she's in a Super Bowl ad coming up. Tory was a threat, whether you guys realize this or not, because he's an independent artist and he wanted to control his own streaming. As well, he wanted his artists to control their own streaming. So if Tory did in fact shoot Megan, you still can't take the fact that these things are true. And you still can't take away the fact that Megan slept with multiple people that Kelsey was involved in. And you have to think, Kelsey and Tory, at a certain point when they were involved together, they probably were a perfect match. And Kelsey, being a methodical, smart businesswoman, looking for the future and probably wanting to break away from Megan, because Megan had already betrayed her at least twice. She was probably hoping that Tory was going to be a man that she could love and probably have a serious relationship with. Now imagine drinking for 6 to 8 hours, some serious booze, maybe even getting high, and then you start noticing that your best friend's personality is changing. You kind of pass out, but you find out later that the man that you love was probably fucking Kylie in the pool. Because this is why I say that. Nobody said anything. Kylie didn't testify, but she was on a break from Travis Scott when she was during that WAP time, which is when, Tory was in the pool with Kylie. So what I'm trying to say is, for Megan to drag Tory out of that party after she'd been kicked out, he had to be doing something more than flirting. No? I mean, we're not that stupid, right? So let's say he was banging Kylie and he didn't want anyone to know because it would fuck up his relationship with Travis Scott if he was going to do a rap song, or maybe even with Kanye West. But how those Kardashians get down and the people that associate with them, they fuck everybody. I mean, everybody in their circle. Like, sometimes allegedly Kim has had sex with the one that married the guy from, that band that had a plane crash. Oh my God, I get Courtney and Chloe mixed up for some reason. I think it's Courtney. So Courtney and I believe her husband and Kim Kardashian had a relationship prior. And, with Black China and Tyga and Kylie and all that stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't think it was just Megan being slightly jealous over him flirting with Kylie in the pool. I think Tory and Kylie were having a very intimate moment, and Megan flipped out. The other interesting thing is, there's no photograph of the SUV. What happened to the SUV? Was any windows broken? Where's the gun again? Where's the shells? Where's the casing? Where's the casings that Sean Kelly's son supposedly picked up? I've never seen so much evidence just magically disappear, and you guys think that the people saying there's something wrong with this case are crazy. You just don't get it. It's not normal for all the evidence to be missing. Also, there is security cameras all over that place of the location where it allegedly happened, where Sean Kelly lived. And trust me, I've been there 3 times. I've checked it out in the day and the night, and those houses are worth upwards of $20 million, I'm assuming, because I don't know prices, but they're in a very, very expensive, exclusive area that people would almost kill for, no offense. So they have security. So all that's missing. I also want to say the defense did a shitty fucking job because they didn't think they had to defend Tory and prove his innocent. And they were wrong. Because there was too much innuendo that he bribed people without actual facts, and too many people flipping stories. So if you cross out the people who changed their story, that would be Megan, that would be Kelsey, and then it gets interesting because Kelsey told the cops that Tory shot Meg. But if she was a woman betrayed, she might say that. And then she comes into court, and then she does this, trying to plead the fifth, as Dave Chappelle says, I plead the fifth. You have to look that up. It's a joke. And she gets used immunity, and it doesn't make sense. Because I was sitting there going, what the hell is going on? Like, either he shot her or she didn't. He didn't. Why is she switching? Why is she not answering the question? Nobody wanted to testify because everybody wants to save their ass and have a job. You know, I understand that. Look at the ocean, by the way. Can you see how beautiful that is? I know I'm ADDing you guys, but life goes on. My whole thing is, when a bunch of evidence disappears, including the fragments from Megan's foot, so you could actually test to see if it was actually gun fragments, because this is what's interesting. The doctor on the stand, and I was there, he did not say they were bullet fragments. He said they were metal fragments, okay? We don't even have that. So you don't have the metal fragments from Megan's foot. You don't have the gun. You don't have the shells. You don't have the casings, whatever, the shell casings. You don't have the car to see if the window was kicked out. And the reason why that's important, because Megan's foot injury looks more like glass shards than it does like a bullet, okay? I know you guys don't like logic. I know you want to believe what anyone tells you. But if you do the research, if you play detective, you might wonder what the fuck is going on. Yes, Tory was found guilty, but Megan's not innocent. And also, what's interesting, that night, she's wasted, he's wasted, Kelsey's wasted. EJ tries to get her to go home. She doesn't want to. She tells him to take her belongings. I don't know if he originally said that she put him in his car. I mean, she asked him to put it in his car, but then she switched and said, no, put it in Tory's car. So Megan made the choice to put everything in Tory's car. Tory wanted to stay. Megan and Kelsey were leaving, if I'm not getting the story wrong. And you guys can let me know, because the ones that were in the courthouse, they'll remember this. But I thought I heard Kelsey and Megan were in Tory's car with his driver going home. And then Megan decided, hey, yo, turn around. I left my slipper. Where's the slipper? Okay, who knows? She goes back to the party, goes in. An altercation happens between Kylie and Megan and Tory where they totally get kicked out. And no one's talking about that. And that provides the impetus to what happened later. But if Megan actually really cared for Tory, and if she was extremely jealous of Kylie, as well as freaking Kelsey finding out that not only was he fucking Kylie, possibly, but he's fucking her boss, her best friend that she went to college with, who slept with two other guys that she liked. You're telling me it's not possible that Kelsey shot him? But the sad thing is, we'll never know, because there's no fucking clear evidence, except the one that was betrayed said Tory shot Meg. I gotta pull it out of my purse. I have like 3 pages of questions I would have asked if I was an investigator or a lawyer involved in this case, because this shit doesn't make sense. So anyway, I gotta go because someone's trying to reach me, alright? I'll talk to you guys later. This is Cat at Cattails.